What's up, guys? It's your boy Nerd here. Today we are back in Starfield and I have another ship build for you guys, as you've seen from the thumbnail. I want to start off this video though by thanking you guys so much for the amazing support that you guys have been giving on my videos. I did not expect this much of traffic to come to me, of all people, so thank you guys so much. Do me a favor, if you guys enjoy this video, if you enjoy the build or the creativity or anything, if it surprises you, whatever the reason is, make sure you drop a like on the video. It helps out so much, and make sure you sub to the channel to not miss out on any of the future episodes, builds, or anything that I do as far as tutorials go or anything. I would love to see you guys around and love seeing all the new builds and stuff over on the Discord. Thank you guys so much. But with that being said, we're gonna get into this gigantic build that I have set forth. I had a goal, okay? Somebody challenged me to a goal, and I wanted to build the absolute biggest ship that I possibly could without it looking stupid, okay? There are limits to the game without mods. I'm doing this without mods, so there are size limits as far as the diameter and circumference and all that stuff goes, and I found out during this build that there is also a structure limit. I maxed out the structure limit and the size as far as I could go, and I think it came out pretty good. I had to get up on top of this roof because of the sheer size of it. I could not get an angle on the ground no matter what I stood on, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to start off with a little bit of a walk around of the ship, the interior, the exterior, all that stuff. The end of the video, I'll be taking the ship apart, showing you how to put it together, all that good stuff. But with that being said, here is the ship. It is absolutely massive. It's basically touching the ship vendor guy. This thing is ginormous. I don't know, it looks like a tank, but this is truly a capital ship, and I'm having a lot of fun driving this thing around. When you're not at max speed, you got to be in first person because of the sheer size of the ship, but other than that, there's really no downfall, and all the weaponry is interchangeable to whatever you want it to be. And I've got the parts nice and hidden here in really secure locations and stuff like that for it to work out pretty well. But here's the look from down below. You got this amazing walkway all the way up into the inside. We'll go up through that in just a second. But on the side, it was looking a little bit plain, and I decided to do like a riveted spine look on the side of it. I thought it was pretty cool. Now, the back of it is probably the worst part of it because, as we know, when you hit a structure limit, it's hard to make it look good. But I put these like tail things on it to break it up a little bit because it is kind of plain. Oh, I got to move that. Remind me, guys, I got to move that because I was trying something out. And I got to recolor that. Ugh, I'm bad at things. But I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I could not decide on a color scheme, but I think it turned out pretty well, considering, because a lot of the colors, if you try to get like metallic colors and stuff in this game, it all looks plastic and painted with a spray can, but I think it looks good. Let me know what you guys think down below, but let's get an interior look. Now, it is a bit of a maze in here, but I did make it in a way to where there is a singular path to get to the top, but when you teleport to your ship, it doesn't matter. Because you get just like a single entrance straight to the front of the ship, so that doesn't matter. When you first get in here, you have like this cargo hold area. It is the biggest structure that you can create in this, and it is absolutely massive in here. This is one gigantic room. It's not separated or anything. And I found out every time you build something, the walls, the structures, the things inside are just randomly generated to fit what you've placed. So I think it's pretty cool. We got this main window out front looking through the center of this, seeing the engines and all that stuff. I thought that's pretty cool. There's one walkway on this side, which this one ends up into one of the research labs, I believe. And then over here we have an armory, which is pretty cool. We got some weapon cases, and then we have a computer that accesses this with a bunk bed and some more stuff in there. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then back this way, we have another room on this side, which is our crafting station. I decided to do it all on one side as much as I possibly could. And then we're going to head around this way, which I don't think this side has a door. It does not. Okay. So this is the way we end up going upstairs. So we have a breach door right here. And then on the right, I believe this is going to be living quarters for main people in your ship, however many you have. I think I have 8 or 9 companions on the ship right now. We'll go up that in just a second. This is, I believe, captain's quarters. Yeah, I think this is captain's quarters. And then if we go up here, I'm not going to do the ladder, but we have another main giant room. This is one slight smaller than the original first room, but it's pretty cool. We got another bunk bed area in there and over there. A lot of living quarters for all your people. And then back here, that's the way up to the 3rd floor, but we have the mess hall here, which is where everybody eats and stuff. Everybody seems to be hungry because they're hanging out here. And then we have I think this is either the core or the control room. I cannot remember which one's which, but we do have a navigation console and all that stuff, which is really, really cool. It's got this entranceway over here as well. I love it. They have a lot of things in this game that just fits into the RP of everything pretty well. And then we got a room going off this way, which is engineering, I believe it is. You have another storage crate here. There's plenty of storage on this thing. I will show you guys in a minute. You're not going to be lacking on storage. This is the way we came in. So that means that we need to go up to the 3rd floor, which is right here. We got another back door, but I'm going to be changing that here. And then in here, I don't know what room this is. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But if we go into over here, now that's going to be up into the brig, or the main helm of the ship. We got this little central room right here. I cannot remember what this is called. And then I wish the door would show the name of the room that you're going into. And I think this is the command room, actually. So I think that's what this is. I don't think you can actually do anything in here, but it's cool. It's aesthetic. And I think that your companions can take... Ooh, what is this? Oh, we got a bathroom. I didn't even know that was there. I think your companions can take control of some of these things and do the jobs that they're specific to. And then we have the hatch that goes upstairs into the main room here. This is the main deck for the ship, which has a good view of the front of it. You can see both of the main sides of the ship, and then back here, this is the way that you get up into a docked ship or space station or anything like that. I made it pretty easy to get to that. And then you got more living quarters back here. I think it's pretty cool. It is definitely a big ship, and it's got a lot of storage. I'll show you guys that right now. We got the captain's locker here, and then your main storage right here, which has 6,098 storage, almost 6,100 storage. And I think that's plenty for now. You can add so much more storage to this. I actually just held back on some of the storage, but we're going to hop in here, get a takeoff, show you guys a little bit of the flight, and then I'll show you guys how to build this.
Ship's clear and the sky is falling to us.
All right, so what this ship lacks in third-person view, the more speed you get, though, the more that the FOV, you know, kind of just like goes back a little bit, makes it easier to fly. If you boost, you really get the good FOV back here, but it doesn't matter. The inside has an amazing view. The ship controls pretty well, actually. The thing that it lacks is a little bit of a slowdown speed, but you can add some more braking parts to that as well in the structural. But left click, it doesn't have. It's a turret. Right click is ballistics, which hit like a truck, and I don't believe we have any rockets. You can add it if you want to, but this thing literally melts things. I went up against I think it was a level 70 what is it, capital ship. It was like a mothership with a bunch of little ships, and let me just say, it was like a minute. They were all completely melted. But I love this ship. It is absolutely amazing. It looks pretty cool. Get a little bit of an exterior view, and then we'll get into the shipbuilding thing here. Let's get a little bit more field of view so we can get a look at this thing. There we go. It's pretty cool. I like it. If you guys enjoy this, make sure you guys let me know anything that you would change on the ship, all that good stuff. But let's head over to the shipbuilder and get to it. Before I get into the building, I'm going to show you guys some of the locations that you're going to be getting most of these parts from. I know in the last video we had a few comments of people asking where to get all the items and stuff. There are many different places to get items, but for the main crew quarters and stuff like that, head over here to Seoul. At the top left, go to Titan. The biggest crew quarters and the helm and all that stuff, you go to New Homestead. There's a shipbuilder right there in the front, and you can get stuff from there. A lot of the larger ship pieces are from there, and some of the design pieces and stuff like that I got from over here in Aquila City. If you don't know where that's at, you go to Cheyenne, you click right here on Aquila, and you go to Aquila City, and there's a ship vendor right there as you walk up the thing on the right in a little bitty building. He sells a lot of the aesthetic parts as well, and a lot of the parts came from here in Alpha Centauri, as you guys know. So yeah, that's where you get all the parts at. Hopefully you guys can find them all. If not, I'm sorry, but you should be able to research all of them because I'll be showing them to you. Okay, so I have laid this out as simply as I possibly can. It is a pretty simple build. There's just a lot of big components to it, and it's very symmetrical. So just like my last build, whatever I do over here, you can copy over there except for one part, but I will get to that, so don't worry, I will cover it. Remember that all the components, the guns, and all that stuff is interchangeable. Most of this is cosmetic. You can change it out for anything that fits your current build style, your current you know, money that you have, or the rankings that you have in building ships, all that good stuff. Just make sure you you know, do it to your do it for yourself, you know, make it the way you want it to be made, and don't just copy me if you know, cannot copy me. But this is what it's going to be. Okay, we're going to start off by showing off the habs. Now, most of these habs I did start off by buying over there at Titan, but some of them I did interchange them out for different things, for a different style look, but most of them you can just grab them all at Titan if you want to while you're there. All I did at Titan was put together a bunch of the habs, put the bridge on the front of it, made it flight ready, flew somewhere else, and then sold the parts I didn't want that I put on there just to make it flight ready, so on and so forth. You get it, you get it. But this is how you put it together. Okay, so I started off by throwing down the Nova Galactic Cargo Hall 3x3. You can, I think the Cargo Hall is the only variant of this it allows you to have. So that's what I started off with as a base. And then I threw down their landing bay that they had over there, but I changed it for one, I think, over here in Atlantis. But yeah, that's what I started off with. On top of it, we have one smaller one, the 2x3. You can, I think you can change this one to different kinds. There's a mess hall, cargo hall, and that's it. Okay, so I did the mess hall because I already had a cargo hall on the bottom. On top, you're going to be doing 3 2x1s, anything that you want them to be. Okay, off to the sides of the main platform here, you're going to have more 2x1s, 3 of them going this way, and same thing on the other side. You're gonna have 3 of them hidden inside of there going the opposite direction. All of them are gonna reach out pretty far, except actually no. Yeah, they do reach. They all come out to about there. This one actually is a 2 2x1s. So this one does go out one extension a little bit longer, but I took it out because I had to fit in here the grav drive. But I'm going to put together the back of it, and then as I put together the right or left wing, it'll make it more clear how this wing is put together. So up here in the center, I have the Nova Galactic Frontier 2x1 on the 3rd floor. I put the Cobalt C4 bridge on here. There's like 3 or 4 different variants of it. I don't know the difference of it, but they all have different mass and stuff like that, cargo space, all that stuff. So I have that one on the front. Directly behind it, I have the all-in-one berth is what I use, the only all-in-one berth I used. And directly on top of that, I threw the docker. That's how I get from the brig to the docking station so easily. Directly behind that for cosmetics, I threw the Deimos cowling 4 and the Deimos belly aft. And I put 2 more afts on each side right here, but you can design it any way you want to. Now on each side of this right here, we have the cargo, which is the Galleon S203 cargo hold. I only did this one, not because of the size or anything like that, but because of the shape of it, and it kind of fit together with it a little bit better than most of the other ones did. So I have those on each side of it. Directly behind it, we have, I put the smaller engines on it because I didn't need too much. I just wanted a little bit more thruster, and this is mainly for cosmetics, and I have the reactor to be able to fit it in there. So put those on each side of it. Directly on top of it, I gave it some, you know, aesthetics here with the Deimos Spine A4 and the D4, which is, I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. Gives it a little bit of a edgy look to it. Now, directly to the side here, we do have the Teo engineering bay, which is a 3x1, which is connected to our mess hall directly off the front. On each side of it, we have a Nova Galactic brig, and we have the Nova Galactic battle stations, which makes this nice flat look here on top and gives us more room to do things. I did put a couple portholes here, but you can, you know, aesthetically put it any way you want to. Let's see here. On the side of this, we have another cargo hold, which is the Galleon S202 cargo hold, and then we have the Deimos Hull A directly underneath it, and then we have the engine, the main engines strapped to the back of that, which I like the look of these because they were straight up and down slits. I think it looks cool when it takes off, and that's the reason why I chose that. Now, directly in front of that, I decided to go with the Nova Cowling 2L TFT for that nice angular look. And on top of it, I'm putting my 2 auto turrets on each side to make it symmetrical. We did the alphas because they have a high fire rate, good even hull and shield damage together. Like I said, with any of the weapons, you can modify any way you want to. And then in the center here, I just did this first cosmetic, the Nova radiator top. I thought it looked pretty cool, and the color of it kind of matches with some of the other parts on the ship. It just goes together. Now, directly here, we had a little peek here, and I found this was a perfect place to be able to fit both your your fuel tank, which I went with the biggest one I could, the 900T, and then the Pinch AZ reactor, the level 60 reactor. That's what level you have to be to get it. Now, directly next to the reactor, we do have on a lower level the SGD 3300 grav drive, which is built into the wing, and I used this one specifically because it was high power, plus it had snap points to be able to use it structurally. But we will get to that as we put it together. Now, directly in front of these, to hide it a little bit, we did go with the Teo, whatever, slope cap force or 4 to make it look really nice in the front. I thought it looked pretty cool. I wish you could get another one of these, flip it over, put it under it and stuff like that, but you can't, so whatever. Okay, so as far as underneath all of these different habitations and stuff, we'll do the bottom of it first here, and I am using the Deimos Hull A, which I am going to be snapping. Oh, where's it going? We need to snap it directly under because you don't want it to be on the side of it because we got to put our spines there. So what we're going to be doing, ooh, some of the angles in this is terrible because it makes your thing just completely disappear. Let's go down here and let's snap it in here. And once you get it snapped in there, you're going to have it directly in front of your landing gear in the back. I put these on here because I need a little bit more force in the back. These are the NG20 landing gear 4s. I believe I got these on Titan. They're pretty easy to put on. They're simplistic. They don't take up too much room. And then as far as these Deimos Hull A's, you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And then I have one of these for some reason, but it is what it is. Now, whoop, I don't want to grab that. We're going to take these and snap them all in there as easily as we possibly can. Let's go under. It's easier to see. Grab these and just throw them in there. Now, here's a little trick that I just learned. If you click one and then hold left click on the second one, you can move 2 things at once, which is awesome. Now we have the Stroud mid bracer that we put on the front of that. I don't know why, but I have it there. And then in front of that, we have the Stroud nose cap C port 4, which is awesome. I think it looks pretty cool. Directly in front of that, we're going to have the, what is this thing called? The Nova bracer. We're going to attach it right there onto our armory. And we're going to have the Nova weapon mount, if I can get it to move. If I can get it, there we go. Nova weapon mount. And I have the MKE-4 Gauss guns attached to this, which is pretty cool. These are the ballistics that I use with my right click whenever my auto turrets are, you know, done doing their job. Directly in front of our Nova Galactic battle stations, we're going to have 3 of our Stroud mid bracers, which we're going to snap them in like that. And then we're going to have another one of these nose caps on the front, and then these aesthetic spines here. Then we're going to snap in right there. And that creates the main structure of it. Now, if you're wondering again how I got this in there, on the 1, 2, 3, the 4th one of these Deimos Hull A's, I took it out and I put our grav drive on there. You can put it on either side you want to. I thought it was a nice hiding spot for it, but that's how I did that. On the very back of it, we're going to start off with the Nova braking engine port. You can put more braking engines on this to make it stop a little bit easier. I would recommend it. Replacing a couple things, cosmetic here and there, would work. And then in front of it, we have the cowling 2LPF. We have the bumpers going all through here, which are pretty awesome. There we go. Bam, bam, and right on the front. And then all along the top and the bottom of this, we have the Dynamo Swing A port and C ports. And we're just going to snap them in there the best that we can. Now, I did these for aesthetics. I think they look really cool. I use these in a lot of my builds. Dude, words are hard, guys. But I like them. I think they look pretty cool. They give it a nice edgy look, and that's how you fit everything together. That is our battleship slash mothership slash tank, whatever you want to call it. I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think down here. I did get this colored up and this changed into a different spot. You can put it anywhere you want to. You can erase a couple things, make the back look better if you want to, put more engines back there, do anything that you want to it. The only reason why I chose this coloration though is because this piece right here, you cannot color. I don't know why, but you cannot color it, just like you can't with some of the weapons and stuff like that. So I decided to work around it and give it the best I could, and I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think of this build. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, you know what to do. Drop a like, drop a sub, all that good stuff, and make sure you join up on the Discord over there. The links will be in the description down below. Make sure you guys join up and show me all your builds. If you've replicated it, if you've modified it, I want to see what you guys have made. Oh, wait. And we have the Assurance SG1800 shield generator right there. Sorry, I forgot to show you guys. But yeah, this has been the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm going to head out of here. Keep it nerdy, and may the dubstep penguin be with you. Peace out, guys.